Hello, I'm Tom Kaman. I want to thank New Hope Church for giving me the opportunity to be a mentor at Colonial Elementary School. Had a lot of great experiences. One that comes to mind was maybe our third class. A boy came in very sad, he was hanging his head and could see tears coming down his cheeks. So as mentors we asked what the problem was, and he said he didn't have any friends. He was new to the school there at Colonial, and we talked to him about friendship and being a friend, and seemed to help a little bit. And the other boys in our group kind of observed what was going on, and next week when we came back to meet again, this young man seemed much cheerier, and we asked how his friendship program was going, and he said that he had made a friend, and it was one of the other boys in the group. So it was a win-win situation.
I'm Debbie Norris, and I'm a mentor at Colonial. And we asked the children at the end what they learned and what the best thing was about Character Club. And some of the girls said that the best thing for them was getting to sit and share their thoughts and their feelings with the other girls. One of the girls that has some behavioral issues said that she liked being able to talk without any negative language with the girls, so that was something new for her. One of the girls told us that she had brought the words home to her family and was teaching them to her sister.
I'm Lois Maddox. I was one of the mentors at Colonial. We had one little Haitian boy who, in the middle of our training session, had a really hard day, got upset. He took the little card that we give them that explains the character trait, and he tore it up in front of me and threw it on the table, and he left. We didn't really expect him to come back, but he did come back the next week, and we explained to him how we cared about him. We wanted him to be there, but if he didn't want to be there, his time would be better spent somewhere else, and we could focus on the other boys. But he kept coming back, and by the end of the training sessions, he was one of the best participants and one of the better contributors to the whole program. And so it was a real blessing to us to have him there.
Hi, I'm Beth Kaman. It was great mentoring fifth grade girls at Colonial. We had times of laughing and crying, and one time there was one of anger. And the little girl was very angry at someone, but her friend came in and she said, "Remember, you might have a rock in your backpack." And the little girl kind of looked, "What are you talking about?" And then she remembered 2 lessons before we had talked about forgiveness, and we talked about rocks being in your backpack like anger that you carry if you haven't forgiven someone. And her friend said, "I think you got a rock in your backpack." And she looked at her and she started laughing and kind of took her backpack and threw it on the table.
I'm Chris Bunshu. I was a mentor at Colonial, and I had the opportunity to go to the hospital, Gulf Coast Hospital, and came out into the elevator and met one of my mentor students with his family, his mother and aunts. And we quickly recognized each other, and I spoke his name, and he came over and hugged me, but then turned to his mom and all of the aunts and was explaining who I was, and of course everyone broke out and wanted to tell me things. However, he only and his family spoke Spanish. I only speak English, so we had a great conversation. I told them what a great son they had, and they told me a lot of things, but I could tell it was very positive, but we didn't understand each other, but we did.